Well, honestly now, I've got to ask you another question. This time it has to do with money. Say you're in a mall or an airport or some other place where there's a lot of people. You notice a person going into their wallet or maybe into their purse and fumbling around, and you see them drop a wad of cash. They don't notice the money's on the ground. Honestly now, are you going to be one of those people who walks over and stands on the money and waits for them to walk away? Or are you going to tap them on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me, you've lost your money"? This all goes back to a couple different stories personally happened to me. One was when I was about 12 years old. I was a paper boy. My brother and I both had routes. And once a year they would take us all to the movies, and it would be a free movie and free popcorn and all that for the paper boys. And this particular time, it was on a Saturday, so that was our payday. Got paid, went to the movies. Well, we're sitting there watching the movie when this kid runs down the aisle, and as he does, wallet drops out of his pocket, hits the back of his foot, it kicks up, hits me on the shoulder, and falls down in front of me. I looked down to see what hit me, because back in the day, kids used to throw popcorn boxes or whatever, and they'd fly pretty flat, trying to hit the screen. So this wallet hit me, and I looked down and I noticed, man, it's got a lot of money. So I nudged my brother and say, "Bobby, come on with me to the bathroom." We go in there, I open it up, there's about 200 bucks in there, and I'm thinking, wow, what am I going to do with this money? And he said, "We're going to keep it. Man, that's a lot of money, we're keeping it." And I said, "Nah, we shouldn't, man. Because, I mean, that's that kid's money. To have that much money, he must have worked paper route and a Sunday route. Because we had like 104 stops on our paper route, and we made about 114 bucks a month. So to make what he was making, he had to either have a couple hundred stops or he had a paper route and a Sunday route. Anyway, my brother grabs me by the back of the hair and he bangs me against the bathroom sink, trying to knock me out to keep that money. Damn, this is my brother, and over a couple hundred bucks, he's going to knock me out. So I won the fight, took the money up to the candy counter, I turned it in, I gave my name and all that sort of thing. They found the kid, gave him his wallet, and about 3 days later I get a call from the newspaper, and they said, "Hey, thanks for finding that kid's wallet and turning it in. That was real honest of you." And if you look at page 4 or whatever, the paper tomorrow, you'll see an article about it. And there was a nice little write-up about the honest paper boy who found the kid's money and turned the wallet in, and the kid got his money back, and everyone lived happily ever after. Now, that makes you feel pretty good. The second story is me, one day, cashing my paycheck. I went to Walmart to pick something up on the way home from work. I cashed my check, then went to Walmart. And it starts raining like crazy. So I cover up my head with my shirt. I run out of the Walmart and didn't even know it, but my wallet fell out of my pocket and laid there in the parking lot. I got in the car, drove home, didn't notice anything until I went to take the $800 to put it on my dresser so I could pay the bills the next day, and found my wallet was gone. Man, I freaked out. I had to pay mortgage and a car payment, plus electricity and all those other things, and I was freaking out. What am I going to do if I don't find that money? And I called Walmart and I said, "Please tell me someone found a wallet." The lady asked me my name. I told her and she said, "Sir, you're pretty lucky. Little 12-year-old girl saw you drop your wallet, saw it fall into the parking lot, and she picked it up, said she tried to catch you but missed you. So she brought it in and gave it to us to give you a call. We were going to call you a little bit later." My 800 bucks was in there. I asked for the little girl's name and phone number so I could call her and tell her thanks and give her a reward. They said she didn't want to leave her name. She just said she was happy to do the right thing. So, I got to ask you honestly, are you that person who's going to keep the money? Or are you going to tap the person on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me, but you dropped your money"? I mean, because think about it. What if they didn't have that money and you kept it? They couldn't pay their rent. They'd get kicked out of their joint. How are you going to feel about that? Well, I had a friend that happened. We both saw this wallet at the same time. He snatched it up, had just over $700 in it. He takes the money out of the wallet and he throws the wallet on the ground. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, man, I'm going to keep the money. Screw those people. You can justify keeping the money. He said something like, if they wanted to hang on to their money, they should have been more careful about their wallet. And if they weren't more careful about their wallet, it serves them right that they lose their money and someone else gets it. And I said to him, man, what if it was you and you had to pay your mortgage and your rent or whatever, or your car payment, and say you were behind already, and without paying this check, you were going to lose that stuff. Wouldn't you want that person to find your wallet to turn it into you? And he said, nah, screw them. If they don't take care of their wallet better, it's their own problem. He kept the money. And then he threw the wallet back on the ground. At least I picked it up and put it in the mailbox, knowing that the post office would send it back to this guy, and at least his credit cards and his license and everything else were safe. I almost wanted to put a note in there and say, I know who took your money, but I didn't do that. So, honestly, are you the person who keeps the money, or do you let someone know, hey, you've lost your wallet?